Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of eBuilds. In this episode, I'm going to install this dash cam. It is from One Lap. I'm going to install it in my car and I'll show you the process all step by step. Let's do it. Let's quickly unbox it, open it up. Warranty card, user manual, nobody reads it. Here is the front dash cam. This is how it looks. Check this out. It has a screen over here which is nicely protected. Then let's see what else we get. Okay. This is a 12 volt to USB socket. Then you get this rear camera. So basically it covers both front and rear. This one goes in the rear and it has a quite long wire which runs all the way to the front to connect to the front camera. And then we have this cable for the front camera. So and yeah, there are these are the double-sided tapes for both the cameras, and we have this electrostatic film. This is something very technical. So now this electrostatic film is basically something which goes between your windscreen and the adhesive tape, because if you install the adhesive tape directly, you might have a hard time removing the camera in case you decide to move it to some other car or in case you want to replace it. So that's why they have this electrostatic film which goes on your windscreen, and then you can paste your camera on it like this, and later in case you decide to remove it, it will be very easy to remove. But there is a catch. If your car stays in hot weather for a long time, this might just fall apart. If your camera is a bit too heavy, then it will just fall down when it is heated. So there are pros and cons to this film, so you can decide if you want to install it or not. I will not install it because I don't plan to remove it anytime soon, so I'll just install it just like that. Let's go. Also comes with this GPS module and the hard wiring system, but we have to purchase it separately. So the hard wiring is basically, let me tell you, there are two types of wiring in installing dash cam. One is hard wiring, one is soft wiring. Soft wiring is basically when you do not tap into any electrical systems of your car, you just connect it to the USB port that we have in a car like this one. So this is soft wiring. And then there's hard wiring. Hard wiring is when you connect to the fuse box, right? So you get power from the fuse box and supply to the dashboard. That is also quite easy. You can do that as well, but I will cover that in some other video. In this video, I will be doing soft wiring, and it also comes with the app. So I'll connect it with the app and we'll show you what all features it have. Let's do it. The first thing is this electrostatic film. So if you plan to install it, which I don't, so I lost it already, but there's other one. So if you plan to install it, it's just like a sticker. So you just peel it off, paste it on the screen, and on that you paste the your dash cam, right? Here is our dash cam, and let's just peel off the screen, the sticker on the screen. Wow, satisfying. Yeah, again. So this holder, the stand is basically movable, so you can adjust the angle later, but you need to find a location on your windscreen such that you can see the screen while driving, and also the camera covers as much angle as possible. So it's usually should be in the center, but now if I install it in the center, I won't be able to see the screen, so I need to find a better place. Connected it using a Type-C cable, not the one that came with it, just to test. Check this out. It's pretty clear. I mean, when I see it with my bare eyes, it's very clear, but in the video I'm not sure, it's not looking that good. But anyways, now I can see where I should install it to have a good view. This is what I have decided. I'm going to install it here, just in the center behind the rear view mirror, such that if I want to see, I can see it, but if I ignore it, I wouldn't see it. So yeah, this looks like a nice place. Before installing, you need to clean it properly, because if there is dirt over here, the tape won't stick properly and it will fall down pretty quickly. So you just install it, clean it before installing. For cleaning, you can use any alcohol based cleaner, just quickly. Then use a microfiber cloth to clean it. Make sure it has dried before sticking anything, and let's stick it. let's just stick it, hold it in place for a bit. Check out the view. I can see the rear view mirror, I can still see the screen also, and this is how far it is on the windscreen, but from driver's perspective it's perfect. Up is the wiring for this. Right here is the wiring. Let's open it up. It is pretty long, so you can channel it properly to your dashboard. So basically the wire will go from here up here inside this, then the A pillar, and then into the dashboard, and inside the dashboard then it will come here, so that it's not visible at all, right? So let's wire it. Provided this charging thing, so you can just put it there. I already have one. Okay, I can just remove it, use any one of these, and this one is smaller, so I'm going to use it. Plug it in, there. Just pull it a bit tight, not too tight, just pull it like this and press it under the roof here. Okay, it goes in like this, right? The wire is already tucked in here. It goes like this, and it's already hidden out of view. Now to the A pillar. For the A pillar, you can just pull it like this. So you see there's a gap right there, and then just tuck it in all the way through, right? Just the same way. It just came out easy, so I'm very easy to tuck it in. This out, here it comes. There's the wire going in through the A pillar and coming out from here. First I was thinking to pass it through this AC vent right there, but I found a better idea. So now the wire goes through here and then inside this rubber, and we have reached here. Now the wire is routed. I can just connect it to this and in this cable. One wire is connected, completely hidden inside the dashboard to the dash cam. Now let's go to the back. Now the same process for the back. Let's clean it up a bit first. In the center, 0.5. Cleaned it. It is dirty from outside, not from inside. And you check this out. That's a reverse parking sensor, which I've installed in one of the other videos. Make sure you check it out. It's going pretty nice. I got a lot of views on that. But now let's install it. Now I'll just take the center using the seat. So just an idea, it will be here somewhere here. Okay, let's install it. Its camera angle can be adjusted. You can just rotate it like this and done. Installation, I have just okay, done. I've pasted it. You can adjust the camera angle a little bit like that. Done. Now the wiring. Now for the wiring, there are two options. You can either take it through the roof all the way. We need to take it all the way to the front camera there, or you can use the subway below the seats, right? I am going to use the roof. One here at the back. Remove this rubber for easy access. It is running through this and out until here. Now it will go again through the roof, then the top to the camera. After this, at this stage, I am going to connect it first, so that because this wire is quite long, so I need to know how much I need to tuck in so that I can adjust this somewhere around here. So first I will plug it in. The extra wire I just tucked in here inside this, making 2-3 rounds like this, because it was hindering with the locks inside this pillar. So the extra wire is all here on the roof, and it's done, connected there. To test it, let's turn on the car. Power on. Turn on. There you go. Front camera and rear camera. I need to adjust the rear camera because you see it's tilted way too downwards. I got this memory card. Let's slot it in. I need to remove the wires and then put it in. Now let's put the wires in. Done. That's how you install a dash cam on your car. See how easy it is. And installation front, back, I've already shown everything. Now let me show you the quality of this camera. Now this is how it looks during daytime, and it also records the audio in the cabin, which is a good thing. So let me let you hear how it sounds, how the audio sounds. I hope I don't get any copyright. This is how the audio recording sounds, and I'm recording it during daytime around 3 p.m. So check this out. It is pretty clear. You are able to read the number plates. If you pause the video, you'll be able to read the number plate of the car. So daytime it's pretty clear. I just see one issue, that is there's a lot of reflection from the dashboard to the windscreen, and which is also being recorded. I speed up the video so that you can get more idea of a longer recording. So yeah, during daytime I see no issues. You can easily read the winds, the number plates of other cars in case you get into an accident or anything. And when stationary, the video is even clearer. It's like HD. I can read even the boards on the shops. Right, it also comes with some other features like emergency recording. So in case it senses the vibration, and if you are in an accident, it will automatically start recording. Then it keeps on replacing the older videos with new ones based on how much capacity of your memory card is. Moving Okay, moving on.
Formatting the memory card. Memory card is formatted. Recording started.
So yeah, you need to format your memory card the first time when you put it in the dash cam. So it does that automatically. You just need to press the power button and it formats it. And this is how the back camera looks. It is considerably worse than the front camera, but it is still okay. I guess you can still read the whatever the information that you need. So let's say when the scooters come nearer, if you pause the video, you'll be able to read the number plates also. So in case somebody rear ends you, you'll be able to get their details. So that's the purpose of it.
Look at the mango tree for good health. Eat ghee. Chai is called tea. Every lock has a key. Like for me, baby music is a key.
That was the ad from Amazon. Yeah, that's also got recorded. And then this is how it looks on the highway. I think I need to clear my rear windshield. That might be one of the issues why the videos are not that clear compared to the front one. And all the recordings in the front camera are wide angle. The back one seems a little bit curved, but yeah, I guess it does the job, right? And I'm back to my house. Let's park the car, and I guess that is all. I have shown you the quality, the front and the back, and I will put the link for this dashcam in the description of this video. If you want to order, you can use that link. And see, the installation for the soft installation is also pretty clean. There are no wires or any mess like that, so I don't think there is a need to hardwire it. But if you want to do hard wiring, I will create another video for that. Just put down in the comments. And that's a wrap for this one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing.